What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE news video. Today, we've got some interesting and potentially exciting news for you guys. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Accolade returns, announcing Buzzbee, the Woolies strike back for the PS4 and PC. It's due out this fall. What could possibly go wrong, guys? So let's get into this article here. Accolade, a publisher that operated from 1985 to 2000, has returned in 2017 with the announcement of Buzzbee, the Woolies strike back for PlayStation 4 and PC. The first new Buzzbee game since Buzzbee 3D for the original PlayStation in 1997. Due out this fall, Buzzbee, the Woolies strike back is a new adventure developed by Gianna Sisters' Twisted Dream studio Black Forest Games. It features Buzzbee in a bevy of exotic locations as he travels the planet in search of the beloved Golden Fleece. Buzzbee will use his classic moves in addition to new ones to dodge and out-bobcat a battalion of woolies, sharks, and bees, not to mention the gnarliest UFO to ever grace a Buzzbee adventure. Over 100 new one-liners have been added to his lexicon as well. Get the teaser trailer, as you guys are seeing, and Accolade actually provided an interview one-on-one with Buzzbee himself. You can see that in the description below and read that. It's pretty interesting. So let's talk about Buzzbee, guys. So for all of you youngins out there, you don't know who Buzzbee is. Buzzbee was made during the craze of the platformer and the mascot era, right? So we're talking about Mario, we're talking about Sonic, we're talking about just various different characters, mascots, Arrow the Acrobat. All of these things just came out of nowhere to be like the mascot platform. We want to have a face of our franchise, of our platformer, and Buzzbee was one of those spawns that had some mild success across various different platforms, Sega Genesis, I know Super Nintendo as well. They were on PlayStation. So Buzzbee was around, but were the games actually any good? I remember playing Buzzbee as a kid and being, this is not very fun, but I'll play it because we rented it for $5 for the weekend and I need to get my money's worth. So that's what I remember of Buzzbee. I remember renting it one time and being, I'm done with this game, doesn't feel good to control, not fun. I'd rather play as Sonic or something like that, or as Mario, or play just some other games, the fighting games that were coming out at the time. So to me, Buzzbee was never anything that great, but it was iconic because you saw Buzzbee everywhere. You saw him on magazines, you saw him coming to different games, you saw him just everywhere. He was out there, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was an unknown character or anything like that. And his games did do well, at least at the beginning. I know it all came crashing down with Buzzbee 3D on the PlayStation, but in those early years, the early mid-90s, yeah, Buzzbee was around. He was in there. So it's made by Gianna Sisters developer, Black Forest Games. That's a pretty good game. Gianna Sisters is not a bad game by any means, so there's definitely some hope. You can see just by looking at the game, the trailer, it definitely is using the same engine as Gianna Sisters, or it's in the same vein. It definitely looks like that from the colors and just how the graphics are constructed. Has that Gianna Sisters look to it. So I can see that, and let's hope it's good. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a super high quality game, but it could be better than what maybe some people are thinking. Oh man, so let me know what you guys think about Buzzbee coming back in the comment section below. I know Twitter is already having a field day with this one, especially for us older folk out there that remember Buzzbee growing up as a kid. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. WayForward announces The Mummy demastered for consoles and PCs. WayForward partners with Universal Brand Development. WayForward has announced that it has partnered with Universal Brand Development on The Mummy Demastered, a new game for consoles and PC, and we can confirm that it is coming to the Nintendo Switch as well. So this is very good news. Once again, another great indie developer, WayForward. Shantae Half Genie Hero launched today on the Nintendo Switch. Fantastic game. Had a ton of fun with that. Check out my live stream if you haven't seen it yet. I live streamed the game for about an hour and a half. We had a lot of fun with the community out there, so just make sure you check it out. It's right here on my channel. So it is WayForward, and this game, there isn't much information right now as far as just like gameplay and all of that, but WayForward is behind it, and they're very good at what they do when it comes to 2D action platforming games. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of The Mummy Demastered for the Nintendo Switch PC and other consoles. Alright, and moving into one of the most bizarre articles, and the last article for this video, it seems like Thieves demand a ransom for stolen Cyberpunk 2077 internal documents. Now this game, Cyberpunk 2077, is from CD Projekt Red, the same developers behind The Witcher. So you guys all know about The Witcher, right? The Witcher 3 sold a lot. CD Projekt Red says to avoid any info not coming officially from them. So let's get into this article first and then into what they had to say. An unidentified individual or individuals have obtained access to a few internal files belonging to CD Projekt Red, including old and largely unrepresentative documents connected to early designs of the upcoming Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red has said in a message published today. Said individual or individuals is demanding ransom in exchange for keeping the files private, but CD Projekt Red will not be complying with their demands. Good on them for that. In a message, CD Projekt Red warned users looking forward to Cyberpunk 2077 to avoid any information not coming directly from the company, as it would not be representative of the game, and that we'll hear more about it officially when the time is right. Here is the full message from CD Projekt Red. Quote, "Dear gamers, an unidentified individual or individuals have just informed us that they are in possession of a few internal files belonging to CD Projekt Red. Among them are documents connected to early designs for the upcoming game, Cyberpunk 2077. A demand for a ransom has been made, saying that we should comply. The files will be released to the general public. We will not be giving in to the demands of the individual or individuals that have contacted us, which might eventually lead to the files being published online. The appropriate legal authorities will be informed about the situation. Documents are old and largely unrepresentative of the current vision for the game. Still, if you're looking forward to playing Cyberpunk 2077, it would be best for you to avoid any information not coming directly from CD Projekt Red. When the time is right, you will hear about Cyberpunk 2077 from us, officially, CD Projekt Red team." So, seems like some phantom thieves, some phantom thieves have tried to steal this document. They went in there and they stole some documents from them, from their computer. Is this an inside job? What is going on here? Seriously, like, the people, if this is true, if all this is true, as if they're saying, what type of person are you? Like, seriously, like, you're holding ransom from a video game company. How much do you think they're going to pay you? Do you really think that this company, CD Projekt Red, is going to pay you? Remember, they have sometimes encouraged hackers to pirate their game. Sometimes they just be like, oh yeah, pirated consumers are just mistaken ones. They are not the type to give in to demands like this. So anyone who's thinking, as far as the person or persons who did this, if this is true, anyone who's thinking that they're going to get anything from CD Projekt Red by doing stupid stuff like this from Cyberpunk 2077, a game that we haven't even seen at this point for real, a game that's still a little bit ways off, right? And it seems like CD Projekt Red is really not going to be talking about it anytime soon, so you leak some stuff. Concept stuff gets leaked all the time, and then what? So some people see some concept art, or they see some files as far as the game, or maybe they see some bugs, or whatever the case is, and then what? Oh, I'm not going to buy the game now. We don't even know when it's coming. Like, we have no idea exactly when this game's going to be coming out. We haven't seen anything from them, so this doesn't do anything for you. How much money were you expecting to get? $50? You expect to get thousands of dollars? Like, the person who did this is stupid. This is such a dumb attempt to try to get some money if this is true. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that anyone would go through the lengths of that to do this. Like, and that's why I said, is this some type of inside job? Is this a disgruntled employee? Something like that? I mean, who knows what it is. But hopefully they get found, or the people get found, and this gets shut down, because that is absolutely ridiculous that someone would come to them with this type of thing. No, do not give in to their damn demands, CD Projekt Red. Make sure you hold firm on that. And if it gets leaked, it gets leaked. Who cares? You have so many fans, millions upon millions of fans worldwide, that will take your word that that isn't the final build of the product or whatever the case is. Of course it's not. The game isn't anywhere near ready at this point. So you have millions of fans who will be like, okay, whatever. We're not going to worry about that. So don't worry about those punks. They're cowards, and just leave them be. You know what I'm saying? Like, just leave them be. Don't worry about them at all. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We have Facebook, Twitter, social media. Give us a follow and a like. All of that really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs, in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page, where there's a lot of great stuff going on. We've got Discord voice chat if you pledge any tier. We've got prize tournaments for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, $10 eShop cards there. And we have giveaways, so much stuff. So make sure you check out the Patreon page. Support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.